walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Ew, and I did a chop job on my hair. That looks awful. Oh my goodness. Oh well, who cares? Just hair. So my mom decided she got control of the house and the property, and my uncle seized control of all the bank accounts. My grandma had money in a bunch of banks. She got bit pretty bad during the Depression, I think. So anyway, he had control of that, and he cleaned out her bank accounts, of course. There might even been some that they didn't know about, because I know she had some in the States. She lived up in Canada. That's why I'm going up here. The property was in Canada, and find my passport. The property. I'll be quiet when I go across the border. I don't know if they're going to know I'm filming or not. Speeding. I don't want to go to Canada jail. Let's see if I remember how to do this. The Canadian air. This is the United States side. It used to be one little white building, little tiny cute little place like a house. And now look at it. It looks like a frickin' Russian garrison. Yeah, pretty depressing. The Canadian side is still the old building that was there when I was a little kid. When my mom was we used to cross to the right there, actually, a little bit more to the right, where those buildings are at, the sheds. But it's a busy border crossing. Very busy. And we are in Canada, the United States. It's behind us. So I'll give me time to dig up my passaporte. Yeah, see these trucks here are from these trucks, the Sutco truck and all that, that's United States stuff. They cross the border a lot. Okay, where's my passport? Lottery tickets. I gotta buy a lottery ticket. It's like $1 billion or something. Like, I wouldn't mind winning some of that. I got people that need some help in this horrible economy. Okay, where the heck is it? Really? Are you kidding me? Credit card. Oh, there it is right there. We have my credit card. I use my credit cards up here because they give you, right now, last time I looked, the exchange was 37 cents on the dollar, which is insane. So I use my credit card because they give you the discount. You don't have to get your money changed over to Canadian. Anyway, my mom paid taxes on my grandma's property all that time. I'm sorry about this crooked camera thing. There we go. My mom paid the taxes on the property. Here, I got my seatbelt on. I had to check because I never wear it. Hello.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Go ahead, turn your vehicle off for me there.
Okay.
Where do you live?
In Kettle Falls.
Where are you going today and for how long?
I'm going up to see my lawyer and buy some candy bars.
Okay. Alcohol, tobacco products on board with you
Nope,
today?
nothing.
Firearms, weapons of any kind?
No, sir.
What's in the back there? Just documents?
Uh,
A cooler?
Oh, it's a cooler.
Groceries. Right, okay. Any kind of self-defense with you today? Pepper spray, mace,
Nope.
knives, stun guns, handguns?
Nothing.
Nothing like that? Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Whoops, where am I going? Get your car off. Boy. Canada. Let's go, Turdo. Now I gotta go in my head and figure out what the speed limit is all over again. Okay, I've got half an hour to... Ooh, I did good timing today. So anyway, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't block my camera. We're in Canada. In a couple days, those hills will be covered in snow. As will the ground here. So...
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
He tried to trick her into selling it to him really cheap. He tried twice, and pretending he was American and having a box number down there in that town, Northport, we just went through. And she was on the verge of selling it when she got back. But she died the night she got here. So, because she'd been in Utah for a year. Anyway, I find out the guy that wants the property is a realtor. And all the realtors are kind of working with him, trying to get the property really cheap. So I'm going to have to sell it privately. Because I can't get the realtors to give me a fair shake on it. Which sucks, but it is what it is. And I need to put it up for sale quick here because I want it sold. The prices drop usually in the wintertime, but it's the only flat property in Rossland. My grandpa bought the property almost 100 years ago because it was the only flat land in the entire town. You can see right here, see these hills? This is what Rossland is built on. Although where it is at is not quite as steep as all this. On the left-hand side is a place called Black Bear. We used to go there and watch the bears because it was where their dump was, and the bears would go there and hang out in the dump. So it was like a sightseeing thing. Anyway, I talked to the realtors in Rossland, and we already have a buyer, by the way. It's like, oh yeah, I bet you do. Is it a realtor by any chance? I go, oh yeah, how'd you know? It's like, because I know. because I had called the realtor in Trail at the Century 21 to ask them 2 years ago when I got control of was decided I was going to be doing this thing with the estate. I called the realtor to find out what the value of the property was because I had no idea. And they said, "Oh, where is it?" And I told them, and they go, "Oh, it's worth this much, but oh, by the way, we already have a buyer." And it was that guy. It was the owner of the Century 21. That's how I found out he owned Century 21 down there in Trail, was because I talked to this gal and told her 2 years ago that I was going to probably be selling it. So now I know they're all working for this guy. And the last one I talked to says, "Oh, well, I think we can get $99,000 per lot." And I'm like, "Really?" Because it's assessed at $99,500. They're all lowballing it, and it really pisses me off that they're that. But I found out they are just like a lawyer. They're not all lawyers, but a good amount of lawyers are poop heads. So I thought, well, I'm going to call the Century 21 now and see what they think it's worth. And they said $169,000. Oh, really? Well, let me grab you guys and screw myself out of... Now, I've got 2 cousins that are going to get... So this deal is they get a third. Each one gets... Because there's 2 cousins. All 3 of us will have a third each. I guess I can pass here. So, anyway. I guess I could have waited. I knew there was a passing lane here, but I couldn't remember where. I find out that Roseland is a mountain biking mecca of Canada. It's famous for its mountain biking. This is where everybody comes to mountain bike. Well, geez Louise. The property is small, but it's big enough to put probably at least 2 narrow homes with a garage on the bottom floor. Because I saw some of these in town. They said they hadn't sold a flat lot or they hadn't sold an empty lot for over 2 years, and they were supposedly assessing the value from that, from a 2-year-old assessment. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So anyway, I'm gonna put it up on mountain biking boards. Also, because it's got a world-class ski hill here. Olympic gold medal winner trained on this hill when I was a kid. She was famous. I think I should be able to get some good money out of it. Hopefully. Get her done. Get it out of my hair so I don't have to worry about it anymore, because I want to do this before. If the economy's going to crash, I'd like to at least have that money so I can do a few purchases. I will be getting the taxes paid. I think in all there's about $75,000 worth of taxes being paid. But you have to remember, right now it's 37 cents on the dollar American. So what I would do is probably put it in a Canadian bank and then sit on it until I can transfer it when the dollar is more equal. Because every once in a while it'll go to, like, I don't know, 5 or 10%. At 37, that's a big loss. I get less than a third of what the property actually would sell for my portion. I want to make sure I get a good chunk. My grandpa and grandma worked hard for that place. I want to make sure that it's a good return on the money. And we're in Roseland. Brake check. There's a reason there's a brake check. You keep taking this road straight up, takes you to the ski hill. It's about 2 miles away. On the left is a museum. And my grandma's house was on the right. You can kind of see that gully there with the big white house. Right down there is where my grandma's. There's an empty field across where the Cook Avenue School used to sit. It was a 2 or 3 story brick building when I was a kid. And my grandma lived right across the street from it. And I remember we'd be up here playing and see all the kids in the schoolyard bouncing around. But this is downhill. This is a pretty steep hill. You can't tell. It's a shame that cameras don't do it justice. But you can see on the left-hand side, this is what they built the city on. It's all terraced off. And because my grandpa bought that property down in the gully area, froggy here, down in the gully area, that, what time is it? I do have time to drive by it. I think I will. Just because I can. since I've been here. I'm trying to think. Cook Avenue is hard to find. The street sign is down. And last time I was here was 2 weeks ago. Without the house there especially, you don't know. Oh, that's the lady that was walking her dog, I think, when I was at my grandma's 2 weeks ago. But the houses had better. When I was a kid, none of these houses had paint. They were all, except for like the house on the left there. That is a aggregate, and a lot of them were done that had glass chunks in them, so they were pretty and sparkly. I think this is Cook Avenue here. I think I'm gonna pass it. Yeah, this is it. This is Cook. This is the street my grandma. She used to walk these streets to go uptown to the. All of us did. When I was a kid, my first boyfriend was from here. And this is another steep hill. My first boyfriend was from here. He was 12 years old, and I think I was 13. We used to walk these streets all the time up because nobody had cars. Nobody had money. And on the right-hand side is the place where the Cook Avenue School used to be, a big empty lot. And on the left with the big spruce tree, I think it is. My grandma planted that. This is the property right here. Oh, shoot. Is it going to let me do it? Let's see. Yeah, that's the property that I'll be selling. It's hard to see with the camera. So, anyway, that's it. It's narrow, but it goes way back. I don't know how far back, probably 100 and some feet. But I can see where the garage used to be. Because the property line where this house is on the left with the blue tarp, that's all on my property, I think. That's where the garage used to sit. And then there should be a little concrete sidewalk there. Anyway, such is life. Oh, hang on. So, hold on, open. Back in here. Trying to get as much in there as possible. Okay, now I got to remember how to get uptown. It's warm. 37 up here and 45 down in Kettle where I was at. So, yeah, we used to ride my grandpa had a wagon, and we used to ride it down this hill. He had put a brake on it, but there were a couple of times we got banged up pretty good when we flipped the wagon over. Now, at all these houses, they were aggregate or wood planks that were unpainted, and if there had been paint on them, it had been gone for a long, long time. I think we'll go up this way. Yep, there's a Cook Avenue sign. Yeah. Now you can kind of see. I can't remember if I go through that tunnel. I don't think I do. Yeah, it doesn't look very steep. This is a very steep hill. But it's a nice town. I wouldn't mind living here if it wasn't in Canada. The town itself. Oh, they blocked the tunnel off. You can't go through it anymore. When I was a kid, you could go through it. It looks like Cheyenne Mountain. Leroy Avenue. Yeah, see, this is all snowy in the wintertime, so you get the right of way here, because can't tell you how many times they used to have a stop sign there, and the car, you'd have to get out and jump on the bumper to get the traction on the back wheels to get it up the hill. And there's a walkway there on the right-hand side with it's a covered walkway that goes down. That's been there probably since the 30s. And on the left used to be a gas station where my boyfriend worked. On the right, where the parking lot is, that used to be a gas station. On the right is a hotel that you can't see. Very nice hotel. On the left was where it says gallery. That was the bank. Let's see, my lawyer is down here. But the whole town has been revitalized. I should have parked it. I don't want to walk because my ankle. I fell down and hurt my ankle last Friday. Yeah, I think I might have broke something. Leave any place to park? I hope. There's a parking area. Violators will be towed. So there's no place to park here. Oh, she's got a new Toyota thingamabob. I don't think there's a place to park down here. Dang. Oh, maybe over here. Is there room? No. Crap. I don't want to walk up and down that hill. Oh, there's a spot in the water. No overnight camping, not a problem. Okay, even though I have to walk, at least it's not up a hill. Hit me. Okay. So, pull this out of here. Check. I can unplug it. Check out. I'll have to get out and show you the hill. Ooh, whoops. Sorry about the... Yes. This is the edge of the parking lot here. It's probably about a 60-foot drop. Isn't that pretty here? Good time to be here, I guess, with all the trees changing. I hear a car or a truck coming up. That's the back side of the grocery store that it's all new. Used to be a bowling alley there, I think. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits until I get done with the lawyer. Then we'll go to the grocery store maybe, and then back down the hill. See the other side of the river.